Thank you very much, Faris. Looking very handsome as always. But for right now, with us, we have a fellow presenter on Dubai One TV, the host of Homegrown DXB, the show taking you inside the lives of the people who are changing yours. Please join us in welcoming Omar Butti to the studio. Omar, thank you so much for coming back to DXB Today.
Thanks for having me back on, guys.
Congratulations on the new show, Homegrown DXB. It is a podcast and TV show.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about it and the type of message that you want us to get from it.
Sure. So Homegrown DXB, as you said, is both a show on Dubai One, airs at 8 p.m. every Saturday, and is also a podcast. So you can hear it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And the whole idea is, I feel like there are just so many amazing people here in Dubai who have built a business, an idea, an IP, and there's definitely been some coverage on them, but the sort of like the actual story, the person behind the business or the brand, you don't hear as much from, or you don't get as much from. So I really wanted to talk to them because that's something that I personally enjoy beyond the business itself. Like I really like hearing people's stories and engaging with people. And I wanted people to both know the challenges, know the story, know the details, know little nuances of the person, right? But also to be able to really appreciate just how much goes into it, and also hopefully to inspire people to build things of their own.
If we were to talk about content creators who have gone global in this part of the world, I mean, the first few names that I can think of immediately would be someone like Huda Kattan, who started off as a beauty blogger and who's now a billionaire. She's got a multi-billion-dollar, do you call it multi-billion, or you just say billion?
I think multi-million.
She's got a billion-dollar makeup brand.
She's multi-billion.
Yes, okay, she's very multi. Karen Wazen, who's a fashion icon turned entrepreneur, she has her own eyewear line. So these are some examples of local personalities or content creators who have made a noise in the global scene. And I was recently at the Dubai Women's Forum, and something that Huda Kattan said really resonated with me. She said that it's not the American dream anymore, it is the Dubai dream. So do you think Dubai is the next American dream, Omar?
I think Dubai is the Dubai dream, right? I think the American dream is, whatever your opinion is, is maybe not what it used to be, right? Dubai certainly feels like it's, into my opinion, a better representation of what the American dream used to be portrayed as, right? Where you have 200 nationalities all living together in harmony, where you actually can really appreciate the nuances and the richness of all those different cultures. It's a melting pot, but not, because like the individual cultures themselves are appreciated and maintained while having that kind of harmony. And I think that's what makes, it is absolutely makes Dubai special, because you have people from all over the world who are able to bring their own personal experience, their history to Dubai, to the country, and then put that into things that they want to build. And by the way, I would love to have Huda on the show. Just in case Huda's watching, please, season 2 maybe, or Mona, or anyone obviously from the Kattan family. But we've had some great people on the show so far. Like we've had, Donna Benton, who built The Entertainer. We had Rami Njad Halawi from Washman. If you do your laundry here, you probably have used their services at some point. We've had Katopi. We're having Brands for Less coming up. People who have been here. Some people have been here for ages, like the Apparel Group. Seema Ved arrived in 1975, I think. With her father. You might know from like Lao's supermarket. Like I remember Lao's when I was growing up, and just being able to speak to her and hear about her father and hear about her own experience, to me it's just incredible. And I really hope that other people, when they listen to the show, they enjoy a bit of that history.
I wanted to ask you about the stories that you're covering also on Homegrown DXB. Why are you covering these specific stories, and what are some of the topics you'd want to also venture into in the podcast and the TV show?
Well, look, I am just interested in people who have built something. And actually, it's not really specific about verticals, right?
Yeah.
I'm not looking for people, let's say, for example, from tech startups specifically, or F&B, or art and culture.
Yeah.
I really want to get a variety. And already we've been fortunate enough to have people who are in retail, people who are in F&B, people who are in, cleaning, but also tech.
Yeah.
I want to get more and more of that. But I'm just really interested in people who have a struggle, have a story, have a passion to tell. And actually that's not really hard to find, because if you're somebody who's built something, you spend 2 minutes talking to these people and you realize just how much work and effort and belief went into what they were doing, how much risk they took. A lot of people don't succeed, and that's unfortunate, but for everyone who has succeeded, there's always a story. Like that doesn't come, no one gets that for free.
Yeah.
Even if you are put in a more privileged position to start off with, you have maybe better resources, access to connections, there's still that struggle that comes with it.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm really interested in that. I'm interested in the struggle. I'm interested in hearing the personal anecdotes. I'm interested in hearing when people failed and picked themselves back up again. Because I think no matter what you do, that's really what will engage you and interest you. Like,
Yeah.
no matter who you are as a human being, whether you have an entrepreneurial bug or not, you know, that's what's going to inspire you to maybe do something that you've been thinking about and just haven't had the courage maybe to make that leap.
I think that would also resonate with the viewers, listening to all these stories and seeing the challenges that everyone has faced in growing these brands and having them globally as well, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Omar, before we bring on some more guests, I do want to ask you, because there's a lot of talk and a lot of assumptions, and I want one of your assumptions when it comes to long form versus short form content. A lot of people are saying long form is dead. A lot of people are saying it's all about short form, but it seems like both podcasting and short form reels are both thriving. What do you think about the what people are gravitating towards?
Look, I mean, I'm old enough that I'll probably never give up long form content. I don't think long form is dead for a couple of reasons. One, I mean, if you look at YouTube, YouTube long form videos on YouTube, video essays on YouTube do very, very well. I think a lot of it's just about you have to be creating content where people are consuming that content. So podcasts can be super long, right? They can be 3 hours sometimes. People will engage with it though because it's convenient. It's either on their phone, they're part of their commute, it's part of their daily life, it's integrated in their daily life. Where things are changing a little bit is if you're someone like, and I love films, I'm always going to go to the movie theater, but realistically, globally, they're on the decline, which is unfortunate in my opinion, but that's because people are just less motivated to go out. They're not going out to the theaters. That location, that venue to consume content is becoming less desirable.
So sad.
I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate. But I think as long as you are making content, long form, short form, where people are, whether it's on their phones or in the future, if we have some sort of augmented reality glasses that we're all watching stuff on, as long as your stuff is there, people watch it.
Yeah, for me personally, if I'm watching a tutorial of some sort, be it makeup, beauty, cooking, technology, I prefer it to be short. Whereas if it's a podcast, somebody's interesting story that they're sharing, I prefer the longer version. Yeah. Omar, final question to you. So I understand that this started off as a podcast, but it's an actual show on Dubai One. So where can people catch Homegrown?
Homegrown DXB is available on Dubai One, as you said, 8 p.m. every Saturday. It's also on Awan, on the streaming service, on YouTube, uploaded usually within 24 hours, and on audio platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Watch it.
And listen.
Yes, and listen to it as well. Well, we still have a lot to talk about. But next up, we will be finding out how one of the pioneers in influencer and celebrity marketing here in Dubai is keeping up with the ever-changing tech landscape. See you soon.